Pleased now to be joined by the new heavyweight champion of one championship, Arjan Bhullar. Fantastic performance against Brandon Vera. You have done a bunch of interviews today, so the hard work has been now, really. That was the easy stuff, right? How's it going? How good does it feel?
Feels amazing. And the new feels amazing to hear that and feel the belt around my waist, confetti dropping from the sky, hugging my coaches, and then coming home, hugging my wife and kids, my family, everybody. It's been amazing, man.
I was really interested to see that video you posted of you and your dad. This has been coming for a long time. You know, I think the fans, they only really see what happens on fight night, but they don't realize that this is not, it's a lot of hard work. It can be generations of work. How important was your dad to you in helping build the champion that we see today?
Very, very important. That's the base. Those are my earliest memories of life. And it is that, getting ready for combat, how to train, how to go compete. I was alongside of him watching that. You know, that forms you in a unique way. That was my childhood, and I wouldn't have had it any other way.
You're from a wrestling background. There's a wide perception that wrestlers make the best MMA fighters. I've done a little bit of wrestling. I found it unbelievably tough. Just one of the hardest things I've ever done. Is that it for you? Is that ability to be able to graft? Is that really what makes great MMA champions, wrestlers?
Absolutely. You know, at least that's what we believe. My team here in Vancouver and at the American Kickboxing Academy, that is the formula. Kane did it, DC did it, and now, you know, I felt I've done it, and I stuck true to the formula. You know, you come out of wrestling, you learn to kickbox, you come forward, you pressure, you break guys, and that's what I did to Vera.
Nice message from DC that I saw after the fight. How important was it training with those guys you mentioned, like Kane, like DC, similar background to you in that respect? What did you take away from those guys, that having seen them go there and do it in the UFC?
You know, I just saw that, hey, this formula works. There's no need to reinvent the wheel, number one. And then number two, when my time came, just draw confidence from it. To be in the room with guys like that and train with them and do well, I knew I was ready to go. And I know the other guys across the way don't have guys like that, you know, that they train with. And they just haven't walked the life that I have, the long, long journey. So a 2-month camp isn't going to erase a lifetime of work.
It's interesting. Not many people can say, I think you must be the only one, gold medalist in the Commonwealth Games for Canada, world champion for India, representing those two great nations. Does it ever blow your mind there's more than 1 billion people in India? I mean, how powerful is that? The potential there for a huge, huge fan base for MMA, one that I think it's fair to say it's still very young, but maybe what you just achieved can really help spark that. How big does that feel?
It feels amazing. It feels immense, but it's something that we planned for. I seen it in my eye, and it's something I wanted to go get. My management, CAA Sports, has been amazing to open the right doors, and just, you know, we made it happen. It's something I knew that was there, and I needed the right company at the right time and the right opportunity to go knock that door down. And I felt we've done it, and we've woken up a giant.
Have you felt that this last week, just with the comments online? Are you feeling a little wave coming, maybe like a new dawn for Indian MMA?
I believe so. You know, you got guys like Ariel mentioning that, you know, they never knew they had so many Indian fans when they tweet about me, and you know, the engagement Star Sports and one have seen, it's been huge. So numbers don't lie, and I think we're just going to be trending upwards from here.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the fight. Is that how it went in your mind? Were you surprised at all by Brandon Vera? I mean, Michael Chavello on the commentary, I think, and Rich Franklin was saying that they were surprised how maybe static Brandon was compared to how he usually is. Do you think that's a credit to what you were doing in there? How did you feel about how he was in there with you?
Absolutely. First of all, I was in his head, and then number two, physically, we had the perfect game plan. He likes to circle to the open side and switch stances, and we cut him off every time. We didn't give him that space to think or operate or do anything. So I made him panic, and I made him work every second of that fight, whether it was with my feints and my threatening of offense, or whether it was with my offense inflicting damage. he had to be on at every second, for every second of the fight, and he wasn't used to that. That's why he was freezing up.
His striking is probably his biggest strength, right? How pleased were you with your striking, that overhand right? Like you say, your feints, you look sharp in there, you look comfortable, happy. How pleased were you?
Very pleased. The defense first, and I didn't sustain any significant damage, and we inflicted damage second, and so I couldn't be happier. You know, at first it was he's a wrestler, then it was hey he can box, and now it's hey this guy's a world champ, he's got it all, and he's firing on all cylinders.
Well, there was a big win recently, wasn't there, for Reinier de Ridder? 2 belts, 2 victories over Aung San Sung, and it was interesting in the post-fight he called out Brandon, who at the time was the heavyweight champion. I don't know if anybody's asked you this today. I'm sure they have, but Reinier de Ridder, does that seem like a natural one? Would you welcome him if he wants to step up?
Well, I think this is a biased question. I think you got a shirt on that supports him, and I'm not going to go down that route too far. No, I'm playing with you. No, definitely. You know, he's a great fighter. He's done some great things. Two division champ, but he called out Vera. He didn't call me out, and I think he's gonna have to double down now. He can't back out. So definitely that fight's gonna happen. He should defend. I should defend. But I'm, you know, just he knows I'm not on law. You're not gonna run across the cage and take me down with those garbage takedowns. That's not about to happen. But you know, go defend your belts, and if you're still standing, I'll be right here.
I'm English, by the way. I just like Ajax, just to clarify. It's interesting, actually, in your post-fight, 2 very interesting things. That Kang deserves the shot, which I thought was fantastic because he's really proved himself. How much has he impressed you with his performances? He's kind of come out of nowhere. I think it's fair to say globally, he's not the biggest name, but performance-wise, he's done the business. That Amir Ali Akbari knockout, what a finish that was.
Ooh, that was clean. Amir, you know, even behind the scenes, you know, where there were talks about me and him, you know, publicly, he was running his mouth, and he put him out first round, you know, clean, no question. He put out his teammate a few weeks earlier. So that's why I call him the Iranian killer. But he's not the Indian killer. You know, I'm no loudmouth Persian. I work, but I think, you know, he's deserving of the shot. If you look at the division, no one has done what he's done just yet, and he's young, he's undefeated. I think it'd be a great opportunity for the company and him, you know, and let the rest of the division kind of shake out, and guys to get a couple of wins and some additional momentum.
You're a natural competitor, so how pleased are you with the way that heavyweight has really come to life almost since
Ooh.
you've arrived? Over the summer, the new signings, it's almost like, you know, in a soccer mid-season when there's all these signings going on. Heavyweight's just the division to watch right now, and you've got these guys as well, like Marcus Buchecha. He's never fought in MMA before, but what a CV he's got in jiu-jitsu. Gordon Ryan, will he ever fight MMA? We're not sure, but you know, probably the biggest name in jiu-jitsu. How intrigued are you as a competitor by these new guys?
First of all, I'm a fan of both those guys, and I think they should both get it on. They're under one's banner, whether it's grappling, whether it's MMA. I'd like to see those guys, you know, jump in there, and one allows both, so it's perfect. And aside from that, I'm excited. I'm excited with all these new names and talents in the division. It makes for a great future for the division, and presently gets me excited, gets me fired up. I've never been out of competition for over a year like I had. I'm a competitor, and I can't wait to get back in there ASAP.
Awesome. All right, then last one for you, mate. AEW wrestling. You clearly got the skills, you got the mic skills. Seems like a really good match for you. How long has this been on your mind, and how realistic is this? Is your management going to get this done for you? When might we see this happening for you?
We've already been in talks, heading into the fight, and I call my shot. That's the plan before my next fight is to get busy there. I want to do both. No one's done both at the same time. And whoever wants it can get it, be it AEW and Tony Khan and his stable, be it WWE, Vince McMahon and his stable. I'm calling them all out. And I just think I'm a bad man, and I'm a bad matchup for all of them.
I've to admit, you know, it's been many years since I followed pro wrestling, but who's the name? If you could fight anybody in pro wrestling tomorrow, who would be your one name?
If it's WWE, it's Bobby Lashley. it's that, he's a Bellator fighter trained by ATT. Coker would never let me get my hands on him in the cage, so we can get in a real fight in the squared circle. It would be him. And if it's AEW, it's Jake Hager. He's a Bellator fighter as well, blood and guts type guy, and all-American wrestler. Supposed to be a tough guy. Let's put him on the line. Those two guys, if I had to call anyone out from each company.
What an exciting time for you, mate. It's all possible. Congratulations, champ. Great to see you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.